Worldwide, this is FSN.
Hastings, Nebraska. We present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thanksgiving Eve. It is Wednesday, the 27th day of the month here as we get you up and get you going here, heading into the long holiday weekend. A lot of things to talk about here today as the new college football playoff rankings are out. A couple of changes after some upsets in college football a week ago. The Nebraska women's basketball team was on the floor last night as they took on Kansas City at PBA. We'll talk about that coming up. The Nebraska men's basketball team going to be playing tonight at the Vault against South Dakota. The Nebraska volleyball team and the football team in action over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Hastings College basketball teams, they were on the road last night up in Yankton, South Dakota to play Mount Marty in a women's men's basketball doubleheader. We'll tell you how they did. Lopers were in action yesterday as well. And the state high school football championships concluded yesterday at Memorial Stadium. So lots of things to talk about on this Wednesday as we take you into the holiday and welcome in from the Western Studios, Tyson Havronic. Good morning.
And a very good morning, Mike, as we get set for the Thanksgiving holiday short week here. Excited, kind of feels like a Friday show, and excited to get things rolling. We've got, of course, Blazing 5 coming your way, guest predictor, and now kind of a frequent staple of the show. Tim Stroman is back with some more exciting picks. So we were discussing things like yesterday. He wanted in on the contract. He wanted in on the zero fee, $0 that you get paid. He said that's a great idea. He goes, okay, now when do I need to get my picks by? I'm like, well, tomorrow, because we're doing the show at 7:30. We have a short week this week. And he goes, oh, I better get cracking. So we've kind of put him on short notice, but Tim Stroman back with us for some Blazing 5.
Yeah, he's a member of the team. We like that free help. And Stroman certainly is in that category. So, yeah, we'll let you predict games again. What is he now for the last 2 weeks? I got him at 6-4. He's been with us the last 2 weeks. He's 6-4. He got off to a great start at 4-1 and threw mud in our face that opening week. And then last week he's like the rest of us. He dropped back to our category, 2-3.
I kind of feel like it's who we're going to be hearing from coming up in a little bit with Dana Holgerson. You know, we looked at ourselves in the mirror. We realized we had a pretty bad week on the show. We sank the ship. We had to go back to the Frozen 5 at one point this season. And, you know, so we called up our good buddy Tim Stroman and we said, hey, can you come take a look at things, see what we're doing wrong? He showed us the way, got us to 4-1, got us to like bowl eligibility, got us to the Blazing 5 eligibility, and now look at us. We're rolling right along. So, yep, rolling right along here, and I swear we're gonna get some cameras working here in this studio for the show here in just a little bit. But we're not leaving you in the dark. We are here, and we will be operational here shortly. I think we've got our IT man working already behind the scenes on that. So we'll be with you here momentarily on the cams. But for now, enjoy us like you used to. Just enjoy the sound of our voice here on a Wednesday morning.
You don't see me this morning either?
We don't see either of us this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we'll get that fixed.
Wow.
We'll get that fixed.
What happened there? Maybe the cameras took an extra day off this week and didn't tell us.
No, cameras, it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Maybe they're thinking that it's in the Western time zone that they need to start, like yesterday's show.
Oh, yeah. That was neat.
We'll move
anyway,
on.
Wherever you're joining us today, we appreciate you joining us each and every morning between 7 and 8 a.m. Central Time, whether it's on our website at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, on your smart speaker, on Roku TV, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Thanks for joining us here on this Thanksgiving Eve as we get ready for the holiday. A couple of things in sports we want to get to before we really dive into anything today. North Carolina has fired their head football coach, Mack Brown. Mack Brown will not return next season, just a day after the Hall of Fame coach declared his intentions to return to the Tar Heels. Our athletic director, Bubba Collingham, informed Brown of his decision yesterday. Brown, who is 73, will coach the team in the regular season finale against North Carolina State on Saturday, but a decision has not yet been made on whether or not he will coach the Tar Heels in their upcoming bowl game. In 2 stints at North Carolina, Brown is going to combine 113, 78, and 1. He won a national championship with Texas after his first UNC tenure, and then returned to the Tar Heels in 2019 and took them to the ACC championship game in 2022. So Mack Brown, who is a legendary kind of a Hall of Fame type of coach, he is out as the head coach at North Carolina. Evidently his record of 113, 78, and 1 wasn't good enough.
Very interesting. As we get going with that news, I had not even pulled that up on the old sports clips yet. But obviously, you're trying to be competitive in that Power 4 division over there in the ACC. They didn't feel like they were going in the right direction, and you fire a big name like Mack Brown. You have to think that the brass, the North Carolina administration, has something in the works there, like, or maybe kind of has an heir apparent plan in place to move forward, because that's a big name to take off the coaching block.
Yeah, Brown ranks 8th all-time among FBS coaches with 288 victories, and he's the only coach with 100-plus wins at multiple FBS schools. He got 113 wins in North Carolina and 158 at Texas. Maybe they just feel that he should retire. Hell, he's 73. Yeah, how much longer are you going to coach? Mack Brown, you're 73. Retire. Social Security kicks in.
I bet Max just like Dana. He gets bored. Wants to go coach football.
Well, he can be a consultant somewhere or something.
God, not here. Anywhere but here. I can't say he's got that Texas thing about him, and even when he went over to North Carolina, like, I didn't mind North Carolina football, but because Mack Brown went over to North Carolina, I was like, I can't really root for the Tar Heels anymore, because it still has that sense of Texas in them as he moved over to UNC. So yeah, I can't see him here. Like, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't get up for it. But speaking of North Carolina, I want to give a quick shout out to Ryan Martin, our resident Jayhawk informant, liaison, if you will. The Jayhawks beat Duke last night, so the Jayhawks are officially the kings of North Carolina, because in this college basketball season, they have already taken down now Duke in a very good game last night, take down North Carolina earlier this year, and UNC Wilmington. So they have just kind of run roughshod through the Tar Heel state. The Jayhawks are the kings of Tobacco Road.
Yeah, Kansas beating Duke last night by a score of 75-72. Ryan will be happy. Ryan will be happy this morning.
I think they meet again in the depends on how that bracket shapes up and where you go, but Elite Eight, Final Four.
Oh yeah, you'll see that.
They could be destined for a rematch. That's a extremely good Duke squad. I put eyeballs on it for the first time because we've been so busy with fall sports. Like, I've literally had zero time to actually watch legit top 25 college basketball other than the Nebraska Creighton game. Put eyeballs on my Duke Blue Devils for the first time, and yeah, they looked really sharp.
Quarterback Aaron Rodgers is in the news today.
Oh, Lord.
He is undecided on whether he wants to continue his career in 2025. If he does, he wants it to be with the New York Jets. He was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday, addressed his future amid reports over the weekend that said he wants out of New York and that he could be benched or even released by the end of the season. So Aaron Rodgers, he said yesterday, I don't even know if I want to play yet, but New York would be my first option. Rodgers will turn 41 on Monday. Said he will base his decision on how his body feels and whether the Jets want him back or not. Of course, the Jets have already gotten rid of their head coach and their GM. So we'll see what happens. That's going to be an interesting offseason there with Aaron Rodgers again. He'll probably go sit in that
Yep.
that dark room again for a couple of days.
He's gonna
Maybe
go
decide his future.
take a little what does he call it? Mindfulness trip out to Peru and sit atop a cliff and watch the clouds gaze and then come to a decision. Yeah, New York Jets if he wants to return. Oh boy.
I don't see Aaron Rodgers going back to New York.
I don't
Just with everything that's happened with the coach gone, GM is gone, and Aaron Rodgers having a crappy year, and the Jets are having a crappy year. I don't see Rodgers going back. I think it's time to retire. I think you'll see him retire this year.
So you're saying you're pushing a couple people to retirement on the show. You're telling Mac Brown to collect?
Yeah, Social Security checks are in the mail, Mac. We're kicking you to the curb, and now we're kicking Aaron Rodgers to the curb. Get out of here. Get out of here, Aaron Rodgers.
Eric says Jets fans have no comment at this point. Jets fans have no comment.
Do they want him back?
He has no comment to offer at this point.
Come on, we got a lot of Jet fans.
Maybe Eric needs to go on a mindfulness trip and decide whether he wants Aaron Rodgers back.
Yeah, we got a lot of Jet fans that tune into this show. I thought maybe that's the only reason I brought up Aaron Rodgers. Because we have a lot of Jet fans that might want to know what the hell Aaron Rodgers is up to. He's not playing football very well right now. Anyway, 7-11. By the way, if you'd like to drop us a message on Facebook Live, we'd love to have you be a part of the show here today. Better yet, give us a call. 402-834-1330 is the number. You can use that anytime to get a hold of us. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. What else do we want to talk about here as we get you up and get you going? The college football playoff rankings came out. This is the fourth installment of the college football playoff rankings. Top four teams are still the same. Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, and Penn State. Rounding out the top 10 are Notre Dame, Miami, Georgia, Tennessee, SMU, and Indiana. So using the current rankings, Oregon, Texas, Miami, and Boise State would be the four highest-ranked conference champions and would earn that first-round bye in the 12-team bracket. The first-round matchups as of now would have Arizona State playing at Ohio State, Indiana at Penn State, SMU at Notre Dame, and Tennessee at Georgia. So a couple of conference foes getting together in the first round of the playoffs, Tennessee and Georgia, Indiana, Penn State. So that's the matchups as of now. And that could all change this weekend. There's a lot of big games. This is kind of rivalry week and this final week of the regular season. So that could change by the next go-around. But
that'll shuffle. Then the conference championships will shuffle things and seedings around a little more. And that's by no means set in stone, but you just listen to those matchups and you're like, yep, this is all justification on why we went over and we began expanding the field and looking forward to the college football postseason, really for the first time in a long time. Looking forward to the college football postseason. A, because we're going to go bowling somewhere. Hopefully it's the Pinstripe Bowl. B, because of